them right now. The way we save them is you staying on this live stream, you listening, learning, because when you know better, you do better. We are not here to cause alarm, harassment, distress. We are here to exercise our right to public assembly, to show you something that is hidden from you. Okay, these industries thrive on secrecy, and today we're showing you the transparency of what happens at these places behind closed doors. These places do not say things from the outside like we kill here, we kill animals here. They literally just have ABP Sturminster, Newton. Like, that's what they say. And so when people drive past, they don't know it's a slaughterhouse unless we put up a sign and go, this is a slaughterhouse. Animals are killed here. Animals from the dairy industry, truck full of animals here, going inside this place to be killed today. Right now, behind me, they're decapitating the animals behind me. That's what happens to every single animal in these farming industries. They all are killed. They're all stabbed in the throat, whether that's halal, kosher, whatever. It's all the same. We are not here for bigger cages. We are not here to say that you could do this in a right way. We're here to say this shouldn't be done at all. Like vegan Kaz said, this shouldn't be done whatsoever. There is no right way to kill someone who doesn't want to die. There's no right way to kind of modify someone against their will. We shouldn't have slaves, whether that's human or animals. We shouldn't kill individuals, whether that's humans or animals. We shouldn't use them as resources or tear their skin off them or take their babies away from them, whether that's humans or people. Now, right now, there is the biggest war that the world has ever seen, forced upon the animals, waged upon the animals. This war upon the animals was there before you were even born. It's continuing today and it never ends. When humans are at peace, the animals are still being fought against. People are still stabbing the animals by the thousands, by the billions, every single year. 2 trillion animals every single year are killed because you are not vegan. Please subscribe. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap the live stream, like, share, comment and subscribe. Guys, we're at a slaughterhouse today. Please ask questions. Please let us know why you're not vegan. Let us know if you're open-minded. Let us know where you are in the world. We are here with other activists as well today who are also live streaming these poor animals going inside. The reason we live stream is because we will shine a light on these dear animals that they try so hard to hide from you. They try hard to hide it from you personally, okay? From you, because when good people see animals and they see the eyes of these poor victims for themselves, they go vegan. They go vegan, okay? That's down to you. Hold yourself accountable today. This is a life and death live stream. The animals need you to change. Please subscribe. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap the live stream, like, share, comment and subscribe. This is a refrigeration truck here that's about to come out. This is the only way the animals get taken out of the slaughterhouses, chopped up into pieces in refrigeration trucks and then sent to supermarkets or wherever they're going. These animals were sentient individuals. They've been chopped up into pieces. Okay, I'm talking about something that should only happen to like a plant or vegetable. You shouldn't chop up individuals. That is horrific. That is evil. It's slavery. This is the animal slavery and it must end.
What have you witnessed here today already?
I've witnessed countless trucks going inside today and yesterday, by the way. We were here yesterday as well. Going inside, I've seen dairy cows on every truck so far going inside this place. I've heard cries. The moment we stepped out of the car, I could hear the cries and bellows from the cows. Now the cries and bellows from the cows are so apparent because when you go to a sanctuary where animals are rescued from the farming industry, they don't cry like that. Their moos are like sweet moos, they call into each other, but here it's screams, it's cries, it's bellows of like their last breath of for mercy. Please subscribe. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, and 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap the live stream, like, share, comment and subscribe. Like I just said, this truck's now coming out that likely have body parts inside from these poor animals. From these poor animals that didn't do anything wrong, did absolutely nothing wrong. They were just born into a different body, different to you. It's this form of, or mind, because he's going to be turning. Come this way, yeah. It's a form of racism. It's a form of racism, okay? It's speciesism against the animals. Treating someone different purely on their race, their colour or where they're from is racism, right? Now treating someone different purely on their species is speciesism. I'm against being speciesist. You should be vegan, which is the moral baseline. It's a neutral position. It's just someone who doesn't oppress anybody. Isn't that the kindest type of person? Okay, please subscribe. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap this live, like, share, comment, and please subscribe.
Zombie thinks she needs to do this to animals to be healthy.
No, absolutely not. So thank you for your comment. It's not your fault that you think this. Many of us thought this. In fact, when I saw inside of a slaughterhouse, I ethically went vegan and I didn't even care if I was malnourished because I thought I probably will be. I didn't realise that actually the healthiest way of living is on a plant-based diet. We don't need animals to survive or thrive in whatsoever. There is no justification to do this to them. All of our nutrients only comes from plants. That's where protein is made, by plants. Lots of support here today.
Loads of support.
Loads of support. Calcium is not from cow's milk, so actually get it from green leafy veg. Cow's milk is for baby cows, not for humans. So if you're drinking cow's milk intended for a baby cow and you're a human, you have been mugged off by the industry, and that's not your fault. That you don't know, you didn't understand, because for 26 years I used to pay for these kind of places to exist because I was disconnected.
Alex, but one of these days you two are going to really surprise me by promoting veganism instead of promoting hate for meat.
We literally don't ever say that. We literally are here against animal oppression. Okay, that's what veganism is. We are not here talking only about the flesh of somebody. We are here to say you can be vegan and stop oppressing the animals, whether that's for their flesh, whether that's for their skin, whether that's for their babies, whether that's for their fur, their eggs, their milk, or any experimentations. Like, my makeup is all vegan. Being vegan is an ethical stance against the use and exploitation of animals. I can hear the cows crying behind me right now. It breaks my heart. I'm at a slaughterhouse because I'm trying to defend animals. I'm not here for any other reason. Okay, these slaughterhouses and animal farmers lie to you and they propagate to you because they want your money. Why do you think I would come here, stand outside of a place where I can listen into these animals who I love and care about, whilst I listen to them cry and beg for mercy? I'm here to show you the truth and show you the reality, so please take this live stream seriously and listen.
Grass Calories, thanks for your comment. They put, why shouldn't I eat eggs?
Oh.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Can you guys hear the cries?
Can you guys hear the animals crying from the slaughterhouse?
Yeah, thank you for your comment. So I didn't realise before I was vegan that eggs were horrific. So basically in the egg industry, it all starts at a parent breeder shed where they put the males and the females together to breed the egg laying hens. Then they fertilised eggs, get taken to a sorry, they're just crying so much.
Yeah, it's hard to concentrate with them noises break your heart.
They get taken to a hatchery where they sex the males and the females. The males are slightly darker yellow to the females, so they put they put the males on a conveyor belt that leads straight into a blender alive. They kill them because they don't produce eggs. They're not the same breed as the meat chickens. Then the females get taken off into these big barns, 15,000. If they put a divider in the middle of the barn, they can put 30,000 chickens in there. They call that free range. What you think is free range isn't actually the reality. It's just what they show you on the outside. At 18 months old, all the egg-laying hens go to a slaughterhouse. The majority of them are taken to a gas chamber.
Don't move. Security hasn't seen.
Small holding.
Security hasn't seen. Ready?
Yeah.
Now. Go. She looked like a dairy cow. She looked like a dairy cow, maybe.
Breaks my heart.
God.
It breaks my heart. Oh. One dairy cow on their own.
Was it one dairy cow?
One dairy cow on her own.
I thought I saw dairy.
Yeah.
I thought I saw dairy.
Let me just show you guys. Oh no, I think there's two in there.
Absolutely horrific.
Sadly, at the back, I only got
Oh my
gosh,
God.
her cries. I'm not sure if you can see. I put the camera in at the back to try and capture them.
Then bellows of mercy come from her.
Can you see them? Yeah, they were looking down.
Here you go.
Poor animals.
Guys, this is the reality of what happens if you're not vegan. Them individuals will be killed today by the time you go to bed. Their life taken from them, absolutely everything taken from them. Now, I don't know if you can hear, no one's let us know in the chat, but let us know. Can you hear the bellows from inside the slaughterhouse? They're bellowing and crying out from inside there. I can hear them. They're so different to when you go and see cows at a sanctuary. Cows don't make that noise. That's why I know it's a bellow for mercy. I know that they're in there trying to...
Oh, careful. This is the
careful.
tractor that
Yeah, careful.
drove
Let's
you
stand,
over.
go this side. I don't trust this tractor at all. He drives far too fast. They always get to leave. These people get to leave, but the animals who they've betrayed are left behind to die. Absolute scumbag. Do you not have a heart? Do you not care? Don't you have a heart? You got no heart for the animals? You don't care? How does it make you feel betraying them? How does it make you feel betraying them? You betrayed them animals. Ultimate act of betrayal. Them animals trusted you. You've left them there to die. Shame on you. I hope that haunts you for the rest of your life. Oh my God. Why do you do this? Shame on you, betraying these animals. Betraying these innocent animals.
Steve, to the back, in the middle here. Right there, perfect.
Hey babies, we're here. I see you. I can see you, Angel. I can see you. I know. I can see you. I love you. We're here.
Look at this at the back.
I got you. I'll let the world know. We'll let the world see. Wow, this is killing on a mass scale.
Look at this.
Look at this. Let me explain what this is.
Oh my God.
Animals have a central nervous system, which means that they're sentient. They have a fight and flight response. When animals are scared, just like humans, they defecate. In fact, the term shit yourself is a genuine term. It's where you're so scared, your intestines just defecate and just dump whatever is inside them. This is what's happened here. In fact, look over there.
I know.
The trail comes all the way from the road and it comes all the way in. All the way in. All the way into that slaughterhouse. It's so heartbreaking, it's so harrowing, it's so upsetting to see. These animals are literally in so much fear, they're just defecating everywhere. And rightfully so. They're going towards somewhere that's going to kill them. This isn't just a matter of us having difference of opinion. For them, this is their life, this is everything. Do we really have to fight this hard to get animal rights? Do we really have to jump up and down and bring all these analogies to the front so that people can actually witness this? I can't understand why, as a species, we lack so much compassion towards the most vulnerable animals who've committed no crimes. They've done nothing wrong. Why is it so hard to reach people with empathy? Or listen, maybe you are someone with empathy. If you are someone with a heart, if you are someone with empathy, then please be vegan for the animals. They can't ask you, but I can. In fact, if it means begging you, I would beg you to be vegan on their behalf, because for them, everything is taken. Their bodily autonomy, their freedom, they're given numbers, not names, their children, everything is taken, their rights, even their right to their life is taken. Now, to me, this is a direct link to slavery. How can it not be? This is my opinion. But when you take someone's bodily autonomy, when you control someone's movements, when you decide whether they live or die, to me, that's slavery. And if you're against it, then you should be vegan. Subscribe and put 1 in the chat if you're vegan already. Subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan but you're open-minded to these conversations. Subscribe and put 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. We're not here to clash with non-vegans. Clashing with you does not get them out of there. The only thing we can do is appeal to people with a heart and ask you to watch Dominion and go vegan on behalf of the animals.
Someone just said, why do we speak to the truck drivers like that?
The truck drivers are held to a different level of accountability to the consumer. The truck drivers are complicit in what happens to animals and they know it. Same with the slaughterhouse workers. Anyone who works in a slaughterhouse, anyone who's an animal farmer, and anyone who drives animals to be executed and murdered, they know exactly what they're part of. They know the system inside out. Now, we speak to them differently, different level of accountability. The average person who's been indoctrinated to believe that cow's milk gives you calcium and that cow's bodies gives you protein and that eggs give you protein as well. You don't know. You're not the same level of accountability as these people who are involved in the industry because you're a victim of the indoctrination and the conditioning.
We just had that guy put, I'm a 2, but it's getting more obvious to what I should be doing.
That's amazing. Who's that guy?
That guy.
That guy? Can I just say that guy, thank you first of all for being in this live stream chat and staying here long enough to at least witness and see what's going on and listen to us. That guy, please can I ask you to do one thing? Could you go into the top 3 dots in the top right-hand corner? In the description of this live stream, there is a Linktree link. It's our Linktree link. You click on that link and it will take you to the documentary Dominion. Please watch that documentary and then come back. Make sure you've subscribed to our live streams and please come back and tell us what your thoughts are once you've watched Dominion. Oh, that smells so bad.
It's horrible. It's horrible. My heart breaks. We've got Grant in the room. He put, I'm a number 2. I'm a substance hunter, so you'll probably hate me. I hate trophy hunting and deliberate stuffer shots. I only kill to eat. I always thought that was better than going to a supermarket.
Grant, this is a complex one. It sounds like you have some form of empathy for animals. This is why you don't want to go to a supermarket. You want to avoid paying into the systems and industries that exploit them. I'm guessing you've got some level of compassion towards animals and you believe that killing them is more ethical. Grant, let me just ask you though, you don't need to, right? So there's no necessity. If you was hunting for survival, you could justify shooting humans and eating humans. But right now, Grant, there's no justification because it's not necessary. You can get all your sustenance from plant-based options. You don't have to take anyone's life for a taste pleasure, for social pressure, for a religion, for culture, for tradition, for any of the above. You can live vegan and remove your personal accountability towards the violence of animals, the most innocent who have committed no crimes, and live vegan.
Yeah, and maybe Grant just didn't know that.
Maybe not.
That guy put, okay, thank you guys.
That guy, thank you so much. Please subscribe, watch it, and get back to us and let us know your thoughts after watching Dominion. Guys, subscribe, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, be open-minded to these conversations. And thank you, number 2s, for the genuine comments in here. The genuine questions is our objective. Our objective today is to rescue animals and to save animals. We do that by conversing. We do that with you guys, number 2s, listening with an open mind and an open heart. So when I say we appreciate it, don't take that lightly. We truly appreciate number 2s being in this chat. Even number 3s, if you're an anti-vegan and you get triggered by people saying, let's not kill animals, double tap the live stream and please put a number 3 in the chat. We're here today not to cause alarm, harassment, distress, or intimidation. We're here not to clash. We're here to converse and talk. We're here on behalf of the animals. So please listen to what we've got to say.
Oh, the small hole in... Oh no, he's just moving. He's gonna... They've just dropped the animals off and now
there was 2 dairy cows in there, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Guys in the chat, did you know that dairy cows and meat cows are 2 different breeds of cows? The industry never tell you this. One's exploited for their body parts, one's exploited for her breast milk. Cows only produce milk because they're mums. They have pregnancy forced on them, they have babies kidnapped, and every cow in the dairy industry, male or female, is executed and murdered in the name of profit. The beef industry are cows who are exploited for their body parts. Their babies stay with their mums. They're grown to the size of an adult as fast as possible to maximize the tissue on their bodies so that they're worth more when they come to a slaughterhouse to be stabbed to death, chopped up and put into burgers and steaks.
We got Frankie Farley put, I had my first vegan patty and I love it. I'm thinking of going vegan.
Frankie, thank you for being here to begin with. I'm pleased that you like the vegan options. I just want to put in this out there as well. If you don't like one, please try the other 55,000 alternatives. There are loads for vegan patties. My personal favorite is Beyond Burger. But listen, we've got to focus on why. Why should you be vegan? It's because if you're not, then you're responsible for the exploitation, murder, and use of animals. You're responsible for their commodification. You're responsible for their enslavement. Now, this is why we should be vegan, because we're against that. And then saying, you know what vegan burgers do I like? What vegan alternative milk do I like? What vegan cheese do I like? This always comes after. But we should never try the vegan food and then say, it's all right, you know, because what if all that product disappears? What if your favorite burger disappears? Will you then go back to eating cows because the taste pleasure's gone? We have to always focus on the why and be strong on that conviction on why, and then the hows always come after.
Yeah, on that point, we got Dory Lopez put, why did you guys turn vegan?
Dory, thank you so much for your comment in there. Please, as I'm describing or explaining why we were vegan, please subscribe, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, subscribe 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open-minded, and subscribe, put 3 in the chat for anti-vegans. The dairy industry turned us vegan. An amazing activist, Joey Carmstrong, was on YouTube and we were watching him debate someone about the dairy industry, and I couldn't argue with one single thing that he said. And then all of a sudden I saw a cow being slaughtered inside of a slaughterhouse from the dairy industry. My wife and I put our head in our hands and cried for about 20 minutes and realized that she was there because of us. She was there, her babies had been taken, her body was being mutilated, and she was being murdered because her breast milk was in my fridge. And I thought, you know what, I've just seen the reality and the truth. I don't want to be responsible for violence towards animals anymore. I'm going to go vegan. Subscribe, put 1 in the chat if you've done the same. Subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan yet, but you're open-minded, and we really appreciate you being here. Subscribe, put 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Please double tap the live stream. If you want to see what happens inside slaughterhouses, I believe that if you're not vegan, everyone should be made to see what happens to animals. Please go into the description, go into the Linktree link and watch Dominion, watch Pignorant. And at the bottom of that Linktree link, there's also Help to Go Vegan, load of free downloads and e-guides. So please download them as well, but really focus on why. Let me swap in with Mel.
Yeah, really well said. It's doing the number thing again.
Okay,
So,
yeah, cool.
guys, please subscribe. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Please double tap the live stream, like, share, and comment. As I'm looking at Steve and the live stream right now, I'm just seeing this poo and wee trail that going into the slaughterhouse of victims who are afraid
It's horrible,
and scared.
isn't
It
it?
breaks my heart. As I see that, I then can hear the cries of the cows inside this place. They're being killed behind me as I speak. So I speak with fury and I speak with passion because, to be honest, if I'm absolutely brutally honest, my heart is shattered. I'm absolutely broken from what I see and from what I hear, but I'm not the victim. They are the victims. That's why I'm here, even though it hurts me to come out and live stream and just show you the truth in hopes that one person just has compassion in their heart and goes vegan for the animals. They need you so much. It's a strong position to hold. Like, the strongest people protects the innocent, and people right now, if you're a number 2, I'm not here to judge you and say you're a bad person. I'm just here to say you've been lied to by an industry that is awful to animals, and you have the ability to change today. You have the ability to live vegan today and defend them.
This is amazing. Vegan engineers here, ex-anti-vegan here, now vegan.
Oh, wow, wow. There you go. Like, I've actually stood outside this place with an ex-troll who used to troll vegans. He trolled vegans because he didn't understand what veganism was, and people often mock what they don't understand. Now, I stood outside a slaughterhouse with him and I said, what changed you? He said, because I was trolling the vegan, I ended up listening to them and they turned me vegan.
Grant, there's a lot here.
Yep, the hunter.
Admittedly, I'd defend rather my way than factory farming and stun guns. When I hunt, it's spiritual. If the heart is soft, it's clean. I'll tell you what, I'll try your vegan stuff once a week to try.
The fact that you're telling me that you can have vegan stuff shows me that, like, you're not in the wild. You're not surviving. You're choosing to take the life of someone else, and that's never a nice thing to do. Literally a little boy.
It's about 12.
How dare you? You're literally a little boy. A little kid.
He's about 12 years old, wasn't he? They're tiny.
Then gets brave as it goes away.
Yeah.
Then gets abused as they go away. Yeah, don't be like that. So when you say about it's spiritual, I feel like I wouldn't say that when I eat a strawberry. Now, the reason you're saying that when you're doing that to an animal is because I think consciously you know that that's wrong. Because obviously if that was just a little kid who you shot and killed and ate, you wouldn't just say it's spiritual. It sounds really demonic. Like, I understand you're against factory farmers and whatever, but it's all the same, okay? They all get killed, whether that's with a... Oh, guys, please subscribe. Put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, and 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap the live stream, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's not a nice thing to do to kill someone, is it? Whether that's a child, whether that's an animal, it's exactly the same. These are innocent, childlike beings. They're defenseless, and you just shot someone against their will when you can just have something else. Have a flipping jacket potato. It's so easy. Look, I'm not here to hate on anybody, by the way. We are here to turn your head against the industry that is horrible to the animals, and they're the ones who are killing animals against their will, okay? They're doing that, and they're lying to you with things like propaganda, the humane lie, the organic free range. It's all a load of crap, and you're believing it, and that's not fair that they're allowed to lie to you.
Vegan Jordan, thank you so much for your kind super thanks.
Thank you.
Vegan Jordan put vegan because non-human animals are innocent.
They are, yeah. Thank you so much for your kind super thanks. How could you willingly pick up a gun and shoot someone? How could you do that?
Rosa
I could
put,
never
do you
that.
eat fish?
No, so fish feel pain. They're animals. They're animals. They're just like you and I. They feel pain, have a central nervous system. They have pain receptors. They can feel when the water current changes, the temperature changes, they feel pain. They should have a right to their own life. In fact, I actually saw footage of when I saw a fish get stabbed in the throat. As they got stabbed in the throat, they looked at the person killing them, their tail, like, you okay?
Did you hear that? Oh, God, man, makes my heart go really fast.
Their tail clenched up, you can see that they're in so much pain. Now, just because fish don't look like you and I and you can't hear, they don't scream how like we can hear them. They actually suffocate when they pull them out of the ocean.
What do you say to someone like Super, but plants deserve to live too then?
Yeah, let me just finish what I was just saying. They actually suffocate when they get put onto ice for 20 minutes, okay? Absolutely horrific. I'll just switch in with you quick.
Sorry. No, I can't with the...
You struggling?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that question, sorry?
I don't remember.
All right, guys, please put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, and 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. When you're here, it breaks our hearts so much, it physically hurts, and sometimes you just like stop in your tracks because you're like, right now I just want to cry. I just want to cry and I want to just curl up in a ball and be like, I don't want this to happen, I don't want this to happen. But the reality is that it is happening, and we do need to be here, and we do need to defend the animals, because unless you see it, unless good people who are number 2 sees the animals and sees this for themselves, they will never have a chance of liberation. The animals need you to hold yourself accountable for what you portray onto them, and live vegan right now.
Popping MC, but I love meat, but I do feel bad for the animals.
Yeah, so no one goes vegan because they stop liking the taste of animal flesh. You go vegan because you, like you said, you love animals and you realise that they're sentient just like you and I. And if you wouldn't want to be a commodity or be killed against your will, then we shouldn't do that to somebody else. You can get all the same taste pleasure on a vegan alternative stuff. It's so easy. It's easier than you think. But if you're not vegan, you are paying for the abuse, the mutilation, the forcible impregnation, and the murder of all these animals. And you can stop right now. They need you to stop right now. Please answer the cries of these poor cows who are screaming for their life behind me.
Vegan Jordan, thank you again for more super thanks, and saying an amazing comment here. Number 1, because being vegan is the only option. Absolutely,
Yeah.
it should be the only option,
Yeah,
shouldn't it?
absolutely. There should never be an option to be anything else. You shouldn't have the option to kill someone else or abuse animals or send them to gas chambers or test on them. You're absolutely right. Thank you so much for your kind super thanks. Guys, I'm here at a slaughterhouse today. Our hearts are broken as we have witnessed countless cows going in from the dairy industry. Okay, they've seen from the dairy industry today. We hear them crying behind us. Please put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 in the chat if you're open-minded but not vegan yet, 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap the live stream, like, share, comment and subscribe. We are not here to hate on you, but we are here to tell you the truth and the reality. A lot of people go vegetarian thinking that that's okay to do, but it's not. Vegetarian is exactly the same as someone who oppresses animals. You do oppress animals in the dairy industry and the egg industry and all the other industries that exploit animals, like for leather shoes, for your makeup that might have been tested on animals. Being vegan is the baseline. If you don't understand the industries, then please go to the link in the description at the top right hand corner of this live stream and watch Dominion on YouTube.
Grant said, I feel respect for the animals I hunt. Hunting for me is spiritual. I respect the animal. A clean kill to me is soft heart, so no tense or pain.
Okay, and if I put you in that position and I killed you with a clean kill, it's murder. Okay, when you're talking about spiritual, I feel like it's demonic.
Not for the animal, it's not spiritual. They're being murdered.
It's demonic.
Yeah.
It's absolutely demonic. They would hate you. The animals hate you. You're a monster to the animals. You're the person hunting them down. You're the person who's going to kill them, whether that's in the back of the leg, in the throat, in the heart, and you say soft heart. What the hell are you talking about? It reminds me of that preacher who did the debate with Cam from Christspiracy, the documentary, and he was saying the same thing as you. It's spiritual. I cut their tendons and I pray, and it's like, what the hell are you saying? You're a monster to the animals. And Grant, you come on here, and I was open-minded to try and talk to you and say, look, maybe you didn't know that you could be vegan and not pay for this or kill animals at all, but you're now going down this. It just sounds monstrous to me. It sounds monstrous. Why the hell would you just not choose something else? I don't
Vegan
understand
Jordan,
that.
thank you so much for more super thanks. Really generous. All super thanks, by the way, goes to helping the animals. Every penny of it. Vegan Jordan put, thank you guys for what you do. I got to go vegan for life.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for your kind super thanks. Sorry, I thought there was a truck coming in there.
Yeah, I thought there was too there.
Yeah, I wish. Why can't everyone be like Jordan? Why can't everyone say, yeah, you know what? I just saw an injustice and I just stopped partaking in it. I saw an injustice. I realised it was wrong. And I realised the monster was me. When I was a number 2 and I didn't know the industries, I literally didn't even think. I didn't understand that when I drank cow's milk, I was paying for the kidnap, the forcible impregnation, and the murder of these animals. When I paid for eggs, I didn't know I was paying eggs a year. I didn't know I was paying for them to go to gas chambers. be back. Okay, we are here outside a slaughterhouse. We are trying to shine a light on the individuals who are hidden from you, who are going inside this place, and no one would have known about it unless we turned up and put a camera on them to show them to you, to show them to the world. Because when good people see the reality, they go vegan, okay? When good people see the reality, they go vegan. I can't actually believe these places even exist. I can't actually believe these places exist. Now, we've investigated farms, by the way. You can go on our main channel, It's Mel and Steve, with the purple icon, to see our investigations where we've walked onto these farms. We've sat next to the cows who are little babies, who have their umbilical cords still attached in the isolation booths, where they are crying out for their mums. They can barely stand up. They are on their own, away from their mums in the cold darkness. We sat by them for hours, talking to them, telling them we're sorry about what our species has done and promising them that we'll never stop fighting for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely well said. Guys, subscribe at 1 in the chat if you're vegan, subscribe at 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, be open-minded to this conversation, subscribe and put 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan, double tap the live stream. Now listen, please, everyone watching this live stream right now, go into the top 3 dots in the top right-hand corner, go into the description of this live stream and go and watch Dominion. It's the top documentary in that Linktree link. Underneath that one there is also Pignorant, and at the bottom of that Linktree link there is Help to Go Vegan. What we're doing here today is to bring light into the darkness of what happens to animals inside these industries that exploit them, commodify them, and profit from them. We literally view animals as products to profit from. Imagine if we did that to you. Imagine if you were the victim of this injustice, if you were the victim of this industry. Absolutely horrific. These animals, they have the desire to live. They're having a subjective experience. They have families, they have friends, they have children, they have like pain receptors, they have emotions. We take everything from them and then say what? They're just a cow, they're just a chicken. We've seen that in history and it didn't work well then. Why are we not waking up to the injustice and changing it now?
This is a weird comment from KR. If you eat vegan food but work in a slaughterhouse, is that okay?
Wow, I've never had that.
No.
I've never had that. I'm going to say no. No, because to me then you're still plant-based.
I would never.
You're still plant-based. To me that's like eating vegan food but wearing a leather jacket. A vegan would never work in a slaughterhouse killing animals. It just would never happen. So no, absolutely not, because veganism isn't just a diet. Veganism is an ethical principle against the exploitation and use of animals. So when you work in a slaughterhouse, you're exploiting animals, so you wouldn't be vegan. That's the answer to that question.
Yeah, it's the same as
I've never had that question before.
Same as being a murderer for people, you just don't eat people.
Yeah, I've never had that question before. Fair play to give me a question that we've never had before.
Yeah.
I'm making us think outside the box. Most questions we've heard a million times and we're often like answering them without really even needing to think much about the response. But that one, I've never had before. So yeah, I appreciate the question. And I appreciate number 2's being here asking these questions. So please keep the questions coming in. We're here live outside of a slaughterhouse today to connect you with the animals so you can see them with your own eyes. So when you go to the supermarket next, you don't just see a sausage or a burger shape. You see the individuals that came in this slaughterhouse today.
Radish put, why can't people eat whatever they want? It's our choice.
Because you're not eating whatever you want, you're eating whoever you want. There's a victim. There is a personal victim. You think it's a personal choice, but personal choices shouldn't involve someone else, because then it's not a personal choice. You're choosing to oppress, exploit and murder an individual for your taste pleasure, which is wrong and unethical. And if you was the victim of that scenario, you wouldn't be happy about it either. It's just that the cows, the chickens, the pigs, the fish, the lambs, the sheep, they can't speak up and defend themselves because they're in industries that exploit them. They force them into existence. They force them to be, in my opinion, a slave, and then they force them into a slaughterhouse. They can't get themselves out of the oppression that they face. The only way out of the oppression for the animals is by good people going vegan and stopping paying for it.
What would you say to Peter, who just put, vegans are the most aggressive, stupid people on the internet?
You think vegans are aggressive when non-vegans are the ones forcing animals inside slaughterhouses to be stabbed to death?
Mm-hmm.
You think that it's aggressive to have plants in your fridge when you've got body parts and secretions? I think that non-vegans, or most actually to be accurate, anti-vegans are aggressive. Non-vegans just don't know the truth yet, and a lot of non-vegans are really kind people that when they actually see and hear what happens to animals, they go vegan. But anti-vegans, the ones who put plants feel pain, I like to hunt, it's my choice, stop forcing it, or then the comment that you put, vegans are aggressive. The anti-vegans, you're the ones who are the aggressor. You've got body parts in your fridge. How aggressive can you get? That's crazy. Subscribe, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan. Subscribe, put 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Please double tap the live stream, like, share, and subscribe. We're here today live outside of a slaughterhouse to bring the reality of what happens to animals to light, to ask good people with kind hearts to watch Dominion and go vegan for the animals so that you're no longer personally responsible for the violence and the oppression put upon them. They don't deserve this. They're having a subjective experience of their life and they want to live just like us.
That guy is still in the chat. He put, I think it's funny that the anti-vegans are still taking the time to listen to you guys.
Yeah, that guy, this is crazy. But listen, this is one of the most important things actually. We have anti-vegans, like, is it Vegan Trucker who's in there? Anti-vegan to vegan, I believe. I could be wrong with that. There was someone, I can't remember the handle. You're not giving me any eye contact, so I don't think you remember it either. So, but listen, anti-vegans become vegan because you know what? When you see and hear the message consistently, then you understand it. Like Mel said, we've been stood outside this very slaughterhouse with an anti-vegan troll who is now a vegan animal rights activist. There is no right way to do the wrong thing, and even trolls will get it eventually.
Yeah, Peter put, I'm disappointed in humanity when I look at this.
Same, absolutely, Peter. I couldn't agree more. I can't believe that the same species that I am is committing this crime towards these animals. I think that it's an absolute injustice. I can't relate to why we're doing it. When we come to these slaughterhouses, I can't believe it's happening. I'm stood here thinking there are other people that side of the gate and in them buildings that are allowing this violence to happen. They're taking these animals in here who should have the right to their own life, the desire to live. They're taking them in there and they're killing them. It's absolutely horrific. I can't believe that my species is doing this. I'm ashamed to be the same species as the people doing this. It needs to stop, it needs to end.
I think this was the one who almost ran you over.
This is the one who drives in really fast. Yeah, just be careful, watch your back with this one.
Yeah, we'll stay here.
They're driving really fast.
She's on their own there. So.
Yeah. Let's stand over this side.
Unhinged.
Injustice.
That's why he's opened both sides of the gate.
Yeah. Absolutely
Shameful.
shocking. You don't have a heart? You don't have a heart? You don't care? How does it make you feel betraying them animals? How does it make you feel? Don't care? Disgusting. This is my opinion, but when I look into the eyes of these people, I don't see a soul.
Yeah.
This is my opinion of these people who like drive these animals in. I don't see a soul. They're just smiling and waving. I just don't, to me, they've got a black heart. They're very dark individuals. I don't see anyone inside there personally. Subscribe, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan. If you're open-minded to these conversations, subscribe, put 3 in the chat. If you are anti-vegan, please double tap the live, like, share, and subscribe. Let me just tell you some facts about these industries that exploit animals. Male chicks in the egg industry, day 1 of life will be put inside of a blender alive because they don't produce eggs. The industry they're born into is a specific industry that exploits egg-laying hens. Egg-laying hens and chickens who you eat are 2 different breeds of chicken. Did you know that? Could you imagine if these industries that exploit animals led their marketing campaigns with that as their slogan? But they don't, do they? They lead their marketing campaigns with happy chickens, happy farmers. They lead their marketing campaigns with the lies and the indoctrination solid, so that the consumers wandering around the supermarket would never know the injustice happened to the individual. They then use things like the RSPCA Assured Scheme logos to make the consumer believe that if the RSPCA Assured Scheme's on it, nothing bad could have happened. We're even taught to ignore the fact that that is someone's body part who didn't want to die, who's been killed and chopped up and put inside of a packet. But when we see the RSPCA Assured logo on it, we think nothing bad's happened. How disconnected can we be? That is somebody's body part. That was someone who wanted to live. That was someone whose life to them mattered. That was someone who had the ability to feel emotion and feel pain.
We've got Holly that said, you made me become vegan, thank you.
Holly, thank you for becoming vegan on behalf of the animals. This is what happens when people with compassion and a heart see what happens to the animals and listen to what we're trying to say. You go vegan because it's the moral thing to do, it's the ethical thing to do. Anyone at home who's listening to this who morally considers some animals, maybe some of you have got companion animals like dogs and cats, what's the moral difference between dogs and cats and then the chickens and the lambs and the sheep and the cows? What is the actual difference? Why is it okay to give one Christian names, put them in our home and mourn them when they die, and the other one we give them a number, we give them a tag, we give them shackles, and then we drag them to a slaughterhouse to be stabbed to death for profit margins. Because that's the reality of what happens. That's speciesism at its finest. Treating one different because of the way that they looked. Subscribe, put 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan. Subscribe, put 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Double tap the live stream. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go into the description, click on the Linktree link, and watch Dominion. There's also Help to Go Vegan at the bottom. Are there any questions that people are coming through with? Put your questions in the chat, and we'll answer them. Our objective here today is to come alongside you and converse with you, answer these questions, so we can get animals out of these industries that exploit them.
Someone said we're top of the food chain.
Doesn't matter if you're top of the food chain. That's completely irrelevant. Even if we steel man that and said, yeah, humans at the top, we can thrive and survive off of eating plants, which can cause no harm. We've got veganic farming systems, we've got hydroponics, we've got vertical farming. There's no need to be using pesticides, no need to be using manure, no need to be killing snails and slugs and spiders and rice and rats. There's no need for any of it. We can farm crops humanely and ethically. That's what we should be doing, no matter what food chain you want to put in front of it.
I got a Finn that put, I become vegan, but what if there was a sick cow having to die instead of suffering?
What, in that case, then it would be morally and ethically okay to eat dogs and cats who are suffering that need help to be put to sleep. Listen, when we do like euthanasia or like mercy killing, when animals are in so much pain and it's in the interest of the animal, we're doing it because it's in the interest of the animal, not viewing them as a product for us to eat or to use, okay? Why would you not do that with old people? Why would you not just eat old people? We'd respect the individual. So if there's a cow who's not very well and they are euthanized for their benefit, then we should respect their body in the same way that we would respect any other animal or any other being.
Sorry, someone just said, is it easy to be vegan?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to answer that question. Please put 1 in the chat if you're vegan, subscribe, put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, and subscribe, put 3 in the chat if you're anti-vegan. Being vegan is the easiest thing that I have ever done. It's literally a non-action. When I became vegan, actually, it wasn't just the easiest thing that I'd done, it was the most liberating thing that I'd done, because all of a sudden I felt the weight of hypocrisy leave me. I was someone who would say that I loved animals. I was someone who would have stopped and helped a pigeon, gone home and eaten a turkey or a chicken. That was me. Before I was vegan, I would have said, my name's Steve and I love animals. That's who I was. I was always an animal lover, but I wasn't vegan. How disconnected was I? And now when I saw what happened to animals, it was the easiest decision for me to go vegan, because I no longer wanted to be responsible for their violence, oppression, and murder. And if you go to the description and watch the top documentary in the Linktree link, Dominion, then you'll understand why it's easy to go vegan too. So please go and watch that. Go and educate yourself on what happens to animals so you understand why we're here today trying to talk to you.